Drill Dozer is the kind of Game Boy Advance game that gets flattened into the phrase hidden gem, and that is exactly why it needs a better video. The real hook is Game Freak outside Pokemon, a rumble cartridge, and a drill mechanic with gears, direction, and puzzle timing. This is an OmegaVG breakdown of what the game is doing mechanically, why it was easy to miss, and why the subject still has search room now. The Game Freak surprise. Drill Dozer has a built-in hook before the first stage loads. It is a Game Freak action game that is not Pokemon.
It's a trap!
But the better hook is tactile. The original cartridge rumbled, the drill fought resistance, and the whole game was built around one noisy mechanical whir. That makes it perfect for a mechanic's first video. The subject is familiar enough to search, but the design is specific enough to teach. The drill is not decoration. The drill is the language. 1-5 verb, many uses.
This is where the fun begins.
A weak gimmick repeats itself. Drill Dozer survives because drilling means different things in different contexts. It can attack, climb open locks, redirect movement, chew through blocks, trigger machines, and control boss openings. That variety keeps the core input from going stale. The game is a lesson in how to build an action platformer around one verb without making every room feel identical.
Hello?
Gar shifting. The gear system is the detail that gives the drill texture. Changing gear changes power, commitment, and timing. It makes the player feel escalation instead of simply holding a button. That matters because the fantasy is mechanical. You are not firing a generic attack. You are pushing a tool through resistance.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
The rumble cartridge made that idea physical, but the design still works without it. PZZLA pressure. Many rooms are less about enemy danger and more about recognizing how the drill interacts with an object. That gives the game a satisfying toy-like pace. You see a device, test a drill, then learn a new rule.
Say hello to my...
Because the rules are visible, the player feels clever without needing a long tutorial. That is a strong explanation lane for video. Show the object, name the rule, show the payoff. Bosses is machinas. Drill Dozer bosses often behave like contraptions. The player has to find the point of contact, choose the direction, and commit to the gear rhythm.
Very bad feeling about it.
That makes them different from standard jump and shoot fights. The boss is not just an enemy. It is a moving lock waiting for the correct drill interaction. When the game is at its best, victory feels like taking apart a device. Why it was overlooked.
Come with me if you want to live.
Drill Dozer arrived late in the Game Boy Advance life and never had the franchise gravity of Game Freak's main series. There was also a new character action platformer and a market full of known mascots. That explains why the cult grew slowly. The game did not have an obvious shelf pitch beyond drill game, even though the execution was much richer. That gap is exactly what a modern longform can fix.
Back!
Modern descent lesson. Indie games often build around a single mechanic now, and Drill Dozer feels like an ancestor of that approach. It trusts one tool enough to explore edge cases, drilling upward, sideways, through armor, into sockets, across moving hazards. That confidence is why the game remains easy to recommend. It is not huge, but it is coherent. To kike away. Drill Dozer deserves a polished OmegaVG video because the title already attracts curiosity, but the mechanic needs explanation to become compelling. Game Freak did not just make a novelty platformer, it made a tactile action game about resistance, gears, and using one tool in a dozen ways.
I am your father.
That is the kind of undercover design story that can travel beyond retro collectors. The drill is the headline, but the craft is the reason to stay. So the pitch is not just that Drill Dozer is worth remembering. The pitch is that its design gives us a specific language for talking about old games in a way most quick retro videos skip. That is where OmegaVG can win. Pick the subject with a real mechanics gap, explain it clearly, and make the footage prove every sentence.